Hey everybody, welcome back to mrclixso's YouTube channel. It is time for another Heroclix update. So, you're ready. I'm ready. This is a can't miss episode. Let's go. Alright guys, so here we go with Wizkids' update. Now, wow, let me tell you, I did so much reading on this. This is so awesome. Now, there's a lot of price checks on certain figures because this is an amazing update. In my opinion, we don't know other ones are going to be happening, but WizKids actually released this yesterday, so I had to give you guys the update today. So right over there is going to be all the social media links you can definitely find mrclixso in, as well as my monthly Patreon. Now we do have monthly giveaways, and we do have some awesome swag for different tiers to choose from. Now those links, as well as WizKids updates links, are going to be down below in the description. Definitely check it out, and you do all your readings as well too. And make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share my stuff. Now, I've been actually making this mini-series full of WizKids updates, feedbacks, or changes to the rulebooks. But yes, they finally came out with this one right here, which is called Rules 3. Less is more. Let's get into it. So there's an intro update to that, but yes, we're going to just deep dive into this. Now, right there is going to be the change to leap climb. Now, in my other video, I actually was asking that they actually do like a move and attack type of thing to where you can move up 3 and then make a close attack. Basically how some figures were worded, where you power action move 3. I believe it's the Turtles that did that. Yes, they actually did make an update. Now, the 2018 version, as you can see right over there, is the elevation does not affect adjacency when choosing targets for a close attack. Now, move, improve movement, elevated, hindering, outdoor blocking, move through, and breakaway +2 move. Now, they actually did change it out because they were talking, I guess, surveying with the playtesters and competitive players or players in general, but they were just kind of like surveying them to see how the powers, basically on all, it sounds like all these that they were talking about. Now, the way it's now worded in 2021 is improved movement, elevated outdoor blocking, and move through. Now, it says it right down the very bottom. This new version is all about moving and not about punching while clinging to a wall. Now, normally from the older sets, leap climb would be on Spider-Man because, of course, he leaps and climbs. Basically what Spider-Man does. The new version is always on. Wow. So pretty much what they're saying is if you have it on your trait and you have charge or you have hypersonic, basically now you have improved movement, which is elevated outdoor and move through. Wow, that is incredible. Oh wow. So pretty much, yeah. So even when you're moving with charge, sidestep, or hypersonic, you'll be able to use your improved movement abilities instead of choosing from between leap climb and other standard power. It also it may look like there was a nerf to the leap climb, but when you see the new rules for breakaway and hindering, you'll see. So there is going to be some new rulings to breakaway and hindering coming soon. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can definitely get the news updates as they come out. Personally, for me, honestly, this is going to be crazy good because, again, if you have it on your trait and you have some other ability on there, then gets a huge buff, especially when you have running shot as well too. So if you have running shot but no ability and you're set on the map, which is the light cycle map, now you can start moving through elevated. If you have leap climb, that is incredible. Wow, always on. Man, I guess this is gonna be the nice flavor of the month in a sense, always on with the italicized. Now on this next section, which is telekinesis. Now everybody and anybody utilize telekinesis. Now, There's just so much. Now, I'm just going to run through what they talked about, which the way that they actually worded is you can make a ranged object, attack with an object, move a friendly character, move an opposing character, as if you're hitting them with an attack. A lot of players, a lot of competitive and casual players, this is what they actually utilize. The top four, this is how they categorized it. So, repositioning and advancing their own characters. Repositioning objects for the sake of their own characters. Repositioning objects to keep them away from opposing characters, and repositioning an opposing character to set up a knockout. Now, also attacking with an object. That's huge. That was huge. Now, if you actually looked at my other videos, my live videos from, I believe when Adam Friedman was playing off, I believe it was the national championship, I think it was the national championship finals, where he utilized Magneto to TK and destroy one of the guy's octo arms. Basically, that's not going to be utilized anymore because of this new rule. In the 2021 Telekinesis rule is power, minimum range value of 6. Place one target friendly single base character or object within range and line of fire into another square within range and line of fire. That square must be placed within 6 squares in line of fire from the current target square. Players placed with this power can't use telekinesis this turn. Now, what they're basically saying is this: there's so much verbiage on this, but pretty much they're limiting those top 5 I was talking about to only repositioning and advancing their own characters and repositioning objects for their sake of their own characters. So if you cannot range a target and blow up their objects anymore, now you can reposition your own objects so your guys can pick them up. You can actually telekinesis your own characters up if you need to, but no more blowing up objects. That's pretty much not a thing anymore for Wizkids, for Heroclix. So that's just pretty much how they want everything to word it. So TK just got a little more better. All those objects just got so much better now. Pretty much bad for a lot of people who are giving those objects away. Alright, so on this section, which they talk about the combat expert, range or close combat expert, and perplex. Now, what's really intense is that this is what they actually were talking about, was perplex and range combat expert, close combat expert. Might not seem like complex powers. They actually make players choose between some basic modes for close and range attacks respectively. Now, they were actually utilizing it for +2 to attack, +2 to damage, or 1 for 1, which is attack and damage by +1. And what they would do is that they would have perplexers, they would have enhancements right behind them. And Wizkids was saying that, people were getting hit by a 6 attack or a 7 damage attack. I mean, they would buff it all the way up. Now, what's weird about this is that unless they make a ruling for enhancement or empower, you can definitely still get a buff. And for perplex, you would actually pick between more modes. So you would pick friendly or opposing, attack, damage, any type of combat ability or combat value you can choose from. Again, so much verbiage on that. I mean, it's just basically letting you know with range combat expert alongside other powers were being buffed up way too much. So this is now their new 2021 ruling for range combat expert, and let me tell you, this is awesome. A lot of pieces that have range combat expert on their dial, close combat expert, the power gem that gives you range or close combat expert. You have champion that was super rare. You have price check on absorbing man. You get anybody, pretty much anybody that has range combat expert or close combat expert just got a buff. Huge buff. Now, Range Combat Expert 2021 ruling states, this character modifies attack by +1 and damage by +1 while making a range attack or using range destroy. Now, bear with me 1 second. I'll keep reading right now. Close Combat Expert. This character modifies attack by +1 and damage by +1 when making a close attack or close destroy. Now, I'm not going to read that little mini section right there. Don't read it just yet, guys. Now, Perplex says this on 2021's ruling. Free. Minimum range value of 6. Choose a target within range and line of fire and modify one of that character's combat values other then damage by +1 or -1 until your next turn. Now, here we go. The most awesome things that range combat expert and close combat expert are is that you don't actually get to choose anymore. These abilities are always on when are always on, making them potent without adding them as choices. There are also a chance for other characters to destroy stuff this way. Now, this is incredible. So if you have a character that can already has close combat expert, everyone's talking about Absorbing Man, which is huge because he gets a buff. He gets to choose certain things. So gladly enough, I didn't sell my Absorbing Man because this is awesome. Now he's gonna get a +1 attack and damage if he has a range. Now he's a close combat expert. He's a close combat and he's gonna get +1 and +1 damage for making close attacks. This is incredible. Incredible. Now you get to utilize the awesomeness. I do love this. This is actually a really, really good thing, in my opinion, that I love about Wizkids. These powers right here, that got a buff. Perplex just got a buff. Now again, if you are a competitive player and you know how to kind of go around this, you have enhancements and you have empower. So Dr. Face just got better because they all have enhancements, so they can definitely enhance up your character by 3 or 2, and then you already have range combat expert in your dial, then you get +1 damage and +1 attack. So huge buff on that. So we don't know if they're going to be coming out with some rulings on enhancements and power and even hindering. There's so much still we don't know yet, but right now this is awesome. This is one of the best things. I love this. Especially the fact that you have to be able to position and then range combat expert, and then you +2 to attack, +2 to damage, or whatever else. This is always on now, so you can running shot, you can hypersonic, you can pretty much choose. So if you have hypersonic with close combat expert, it gets a lot more better. Wow! Thank you so much to Wizkids on that one. Thank you. For me, thank you. That was awesome. Really, really good. Alright, so last but certainly not the least, and we do get enhancement and empower will also become more desirable, like I just talked about, as the ability to increase damage in an environment with fewer opportunities to do so. Well, not technically, because now if you have, let's say, Batman, and you give him the power gem, and he gets to mind control people, or you can give him some kind of penetrating psychic blast, and then he can do some awesome damage. So yes, price check on a lot of those Dr. Fates that give you enhancement. Now on the bottom of the article, this article quickly became more detailed than we initially expected. But we do hope we hope you enjoyed the insight, which is awesome. I hope I give you guys insights as well too about delivering a lot more better, a lot more details as far as on my mindset as well. Join us next time for some insights into changes we've made to theme teams. So does that mean that they're going to make some erratas to some team-up cards? Yeah, it's huge. Especially a lot of people are talking about team-up cards, about how they're worded. Maybe we're going to get a change on that. We don't know yet. Thank you so much to Wizkids on that. Really do appreciate that, and I hope you guys actually got some insight on this. Now, if you guys definitely have any comments, any figures that you think got a huge buff, let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to do hear on what you guys would like to have to say about this. If you guys do like it, make sure you give a little thumbs up there on my little channel there. Alright guys, so I hope you guys got some nice little insights on the Heroclix updates. Less is more from Wizkids. So thank you so much for that. And also thank you guys so much for watching my video. And if you guys like this video, give it a little thumbs up there in the very bottom, and also make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you guys love my content I bring to you guys, and make sure you hit that bell icon, that way you guys never miss any updated content like this. Now right over there, it's gonna be all the social media links you can definitely find me in, including my monthly Patreon. Now all those links, including the Wizkids rules updates, me down below in the description. Definitely check it out as well too. And as always guys, always remember, if you're going to roll virtually or physically, socially distance, always remember, if you're going to roll, you always roll a critical hit. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later.